Okay guys, this episode we are in Ballyleague and we're heading south down along Lough Ree.
Lough Ree.
And
it's not too bad.
No, forecast is pretty much okay, and sun has kind of come out. We're not wearing woolly hats in this episode, and that's a good sign, but we're also not wearing shorts and t-shirts.
No, Harry's a brave soldier. He's short sleeves. I still have a scarf and thing on, but it's cold. But we're off now for a couple of days. So we're hoping to get down.
Yeah, well, as far south as we can go, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, our plan was...
We kind of don't have a plan, you know, like I always say, the best thing about boating is not to have a plan, isn't it? The best plan is not to have a plan.
But the plan was this year to get into Limerick early in the year. We can't do that now because, as we told you, of water levels and that.
Yeah.
So that kind of put a spanner in the works for us, didn't it, really?
It did a bit, but we'll hopefully get into Limerick later on. So, come with us, we go for a spin on the lake.
So we're getting the fridge is nearly stocked up now at this stage. If this would go in.
Won't fit in.
Won't fit in. Leave it here. Milk. So I think we have enough food in for a couple of days, and we won't be rushing to supermarkets or anything like that. So let's hope Lough Ree will be okay.
Guys, it's time for tea and chocolate. Two of my favourite things. So today we've got a force 4 wind, but it's from the north and we're heading directly south, or pretty much directly south. So that means the wind is coming from behind us, so it really shouldn't be too much of a bother. The further down along the lake we get, I would normally, you could kind of expect the waves would build as you get further south, but really I think a force 4 it's unlikely to build the waves that much. If it goes up a bit, we might have to rethink it, but we'll see. I'll have to have a look at the chart and see where will be the most comfortable spot then to moor up tonight, so that we're not going to be buffeted around too much by the wind, because it is due to go up later on this evening. It's due to increase to a force 5, maybe a bit more after sunset, which is kind of unusual. You normally expect the wind to go down at night time, but such is Irish weather. The sun does come out, it actually gets really hot, beautiful now, but you can see there's quite a few clouds up there, and when it goes in behind them the temperature plummets very, very quick. But look at that, it's not just a beautiful, beautiful sight. I'm always a bit cautious on Lough Ree, because on Lough Ree you've quite a way to go between moorings. When you leave Lanesborough, you have to go all the way to the far end of the lake down to Athlone before you can get a mooring. The only exception to that is to go up along the Carrow Canal and into the lovely little harbour in Carrow, but that's taking you way off the channel, and by the time you get in there you'd nearly be in Athlone anyway. Whereas if you look at Lough Derg, on Lough Derg you're only ever about 20 minutes away from any mooring. So if the weather changes, you've somewhere to run to all the time. And on Lough Ree, you don't have that option. And adding to that, the fact that it's a very, very narrow channel, you have to follow a zigzag course down along the lake. That means at at some point in time, you're going to have to take the wind broadside. Normally down around marker number 7. I don't think it's going to be a problem today. Some days it can be. So at the moment we're just going past Quakers Island, and Quakers Island is also known as St. McDermot's Island, and that's because in, I think, the year 560 AD, St. McDermott formed a monastery and a monastic settlement here on the island, and at the moment that there are still to this day, there's the remains of 6 churches as well as a house on the island.
Is there?
There is. And as far as I know, the house was owned, or lived in at least, by a Quaker in more recent times, and hence it got the name Quakers Island. And the island is now in the hands of the state. So that's it. The forecast said today there was going to be force 4, gusting up to force 5. In actual fact, it's just listening on the VHF there, and it's gone down to force 3. So that's why it's so lovely and calm, and it's actually got quite mild. And I could probably take off the fleece even.
Oh, I put on my fleece because
Don't match your fleeces, look.
Oh, isn't that love?
First up is best dressed.
Yeah, and it's lovely to see because there's a few boats behind us as well.
Yeah, so a bit of company on the lake, and that's nice. And we're actually coming up to marker number 7. So
Which is
it's the one spot of the lake, because you have to come down, you do a bit of a zigzag like that. If there's a wind up, normally at marker number 7, you're going to do that zigzag part, and that's where you're going to have to take the waves broadside. But today, it's grand.
Yeah. The last time that we went to the Carroll,
Yes.
it was lovely.
Oh yeah. The
I can
majority of the time
actually see,
it is lovely, yeah.
Straight ahead, I can see a flow. You can see the tower. What is it?
There's a radio mast in Athlone, and it's a landmark you can spot from well out on the lake, and you can also sometimes see the water tower. And normally when you get to round about marker number 7, both of those come into view. And
we are literally passing marker number 7.
that's in there. Right there to make out behind marker number 7 there, there's some of the ruins of some of those churches on Quakers Island. When the sun goes in, it gets very, very cold, and when the sun comes out, it's too hot to wear the fleece. We're getting every season here today, but the sun is in more often than it's out, so Marion's after making a nice bowl of hot soup. That's just the thing. That really warms the body up. One of the nicest things about being out in the lake here is a sense of isolation. And I'm going to show you something on a phone that I'm after learning. There's actually a button on a phone, and every phone has it, doesn't matter what make it is. And on this one here, this is a Samsung, this button's on the side, and if you hold that button in, you hold it there for a few seconds, you get some options. One of them is to turn off your phone. And that's it. Phone off. And you know what? Now we're out in the middle of the lake, completely uncontactable. Are you okay there, Mark?
Yeah.
There we go. That's Mark coming out with more soup. Phone turned off. Nobody can bother us. The sense of isolation is
It's
wonderful. It is.
Yeah.
The part of me is sort of saying, oh, turn the phone back on, but it's almost like a bit of therapy.
Yeah.
When you turn it off, it is a wonderful, wonderful feeling, especially when you're out here in the lake, miles from anywhere, and no social media, nothing.
It's a nice bowl of soup with a beautiful
Just a nice bowl. That's it.
Well,
But it
I have to say that about myself.
it is lovely. It is lovely. It's something we should do more often, is turn off the phones, and certainly I'm guilty of not doing it enough. And in fact, I was Facebooking there earlier on, they could hardly keep the boat in a straight line, and not. You know what? You're missing out in a moment.
I think better have some soup now.
So this is Rindoon Point here, and there's a little island jetty just in there in a little bay called Safe Harbour. And Rindoon Point was a medieval town at one stage, much of it is still intact. There's a wall that cuts off the headland from the rest of the mainland, and it's surrounded on 3 sides then by water, so it was quite easy to protect. There's also, I believe, the remains of a slipway there that's supposed to date back to Viking times. Well worth exploring. I'm not going to get the chance to do any filming over there today, but we'll certainly do it another time. It's one to make a note of, Rindoon Point. A fantastic spot and well worth exploring. It's fine up here. It's just we're going a little bit broadside for a moment. See that green marker there now? You get between that green and red and you'll be alright.
What green?
See up there? And see
the red.
over here?
Yeah, knocked off to get.
Yeah? Ah, no, you'll be
I thought we were over there.
No, that's a different boat.
Ah, stop it. I thought that's where we were going. I was over there.
Yeah, when it gets us in around this island here.
Yeah, it's much. It's not as bad up here as what it's down there.
I'm always saying that you're way better off up here, yeah. Yeah. Inside just watching everything swinging around and that, you know. Oh, you'll be grand. It's just that we're going broadside. Or mar.
This is the beep, 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 beep.
You're doing 6.5 knots. No, they get calmer now as you go in here.
Harry,
This here?
this is not nice.
No, that's my fault. I made all
It's your fault. I know, it was so nice coming down the whole
Oh
way.
yeah, I know. It's just sometimes you get an exposed bit that's just a bit choppy, you know. But to be alright. The engines are fine. Well, the boat's ground. You ever seen it when yourself and Dad had it?
Oh.
You'd move engine.
Down to
Not lands end, Maria, not lands end.
I have to sit down below, it's worse.
Oh yeah, I'm always saying you're better off up here, definitely. But now you can see now it's getting calmer already, and you can see up there up ahead it's grand and calm.
Well, really, it's not, Harry.
It is. It's just for broadside there, you know. So don't be trying to stop it rocking. Let it rock. It'll be okay.
Now you know why you always got last weekends away.
Yep.
You're trying to do this to me now, so you get another last weekend away. I thought the kettle was going to go off the ring.
Not a chance of it. Not a chance of it. So we're coming around the northern side of Hare Island, and this will bring us round to Coosan Point, and then I think we just might go, because there's a little pub up there called the Lough Ree Inn.
Yeah.
Fancy a jar up the Lough Ree Inn?
If I live that long.
If you live that long. You might.
Oh, Jesus.
Will you stop?
Well, no, will you stop? Well, go, tack it.
You're not going to...
Oh, please, hurry, please.
It's fine. It's just
This is
fine.
we beg to differ. And I'm a big girl, I have my own opinions.
It's just your takeaways broadside. And this is the trouble with lakes that have kind of narrow channels in them, is that you can't always just go the straight line from A to B. Sometimes you have to zigzag around the course, and that can mean taking, oh yeah, that means taking the waves broadside. So guys, we made it here. We're in Coosan Point. Last night we were in Ballyleague, and it was really super. It's a lovely spot, very picturesque, and it's a really nice town. So we did a nice trip down along the lake. We were expecting the winds to be up around force 4, force 5.
Not all nice.
No, okay, it was a little bit lumpy at the end, but the wind actually went down to force 3. But just as we
Then went up to force 5.
no, it didn't. But as we came in here to Coosan, we went on the north side of Hare Island, if you know where that is, because we had a northerly wind, it meant we were going broadside. So there was a couple of complaints from members of the crew, but we got here okay. And that's
it for our first day of our
holidays.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us, and it's been nice sharing it with you. And I hope you've enjoyed watching it, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Cheerio.
Cheers, guys.